Hi, welcome back to Pokemon Emerald. Oh my god, we're wild Pokemon.
Take me on. Take
It's a Lanoon.
No? Okay.
Yeah, it's a Linoon.
That's a piece of bacon.
Didn't we already run into one? Well, I mean, maybe not in the wild. But...
I'm catching it.
Oh.
He's catching it.
What do you think I left it in?
If he catches it, he leaves it in. You should have used a dive ball.
Why?
Underwater bacon.
What? In what instance is bacon normally underwater?
When I eat my Baconator underwater.
Okay.
Okay. There you go.
All right then.
Linoon's heavy.
Lanoon is a heavy fucker.
It's bacon.
It's bacon. See?
Because Landon told me to name it that.
That's what
I
it
was
is.
like, okay.
Did I lie to you?
If Zigzagoon is a sausage, then what's Linoon? And he's just like, bacon.
Bacon. Bacon.
And didn't she say, like, Obstagoon is like burnt toast? Or something?
Maybe something like that.
The Galarian forms are like burnt sausage and burnt bacon.
Yes. Oh god, it's raining.
This
Why is the grass tall?
So-
I can't see you.
I was gonna say, Jack, please elaborate on this.
Yeah,
interesting.
this is a new thing in the Pokemon series. Not something that they would do very much past this point.
Basically
this is
just Gen 3 and Gen 4 mostly.
Yeah, this is tall grass. I mean, they just call it tall grass, but, you know, they call the regular grass tall grass, so it's like, I don't know, whatever. You cannot run in it, and you cannot use your bike, either. And it's also, like, you can only see, like, the top of your head, because it's so tall.
You can only see the tippy tops.
In this particular patch of tall grass is a group of trainers called the Mimic Circle, where they will move in whatever direction that you move within their own, like, little square that they're allowed to move in. This is Surskit. This is a Pokemon that I forget if we've seen or not. I forget if we've seen already or not. But it's a really quick fight either way, so if we have already, then whatever. It's a water bug type.
We should probably have like a running list.
So another, so this also appears in Diamond and Pearl and in X and Y as well. I don't think it appears in any other games. In Gen 4 and Diamond and Pearl, the grass can, I believe, be navigated with running, but you still can't bike in it. And the same is definitely true for X and Y. You can run through it, but you cannot bike through it. It is even though you can't, like, it kind of varies which game allows you to at least run. It's a running thing that you cannot use your bike at all, no matter which game it is. So that's like the special trait for this grass.
You know what would have been smart? Is to have really tall grass in the wild area for Pokemon Sword and Shield.
That would have been cool. That would have been kind of cool.
For certain biomes, it would have been probably a good idea.
So Pokemon that can be caught on this route, this is Route 119. This is like one of the longest routes in the series without, like, between two towns. And without any, like, breaks or, like, any, healing spots as well. It's, in this route you can catch Oddish, Zigzagoon, Linoon, Kecleon, and Tropius.
That's a banana boy. I give up.
Yeah, because you lost. What was I gonna say?
I wouldn't give up. I would just start wailing on the other trainer.
I like this route because it's, like, long and challenging, and that's, like, I don't know. I prefer when routes are longer than to when they're shorter. This is Tropius. He's a grass flying type. He's a flying dinosaur.
With bananas.
With bananas. We're gonna catch one.
Hopefully, if you stop missing, Steely Dan.
Tropius is probably one of the more unique Pokemon. It doesn't evolve.
Yeah.
It
And it is a fantastic HM slave.
It is a fantastic HM slave. Has unique design.
Which is what I'm catching it for, because there's no flying type on this team of 6 that was predetermined for this playthrough. So Tropius will be our flying mode of transportation.
It also is not common to see a Pokemon that can be an HM slave for both Fly and Cut.
Fly, Cut, Rock Smash, and Strength as well.
Yes.
Which covers half of the HMs.
And the other half are almost all water-based.
Yeah. Flash is pretty much not used at all between now and the end of the game, so, like, that's not necessary, but, like, in terms of the water HMs, like, I'll also catch another Pokemon for that. I just named it Banana.
Oh, no.
Should
in all lowercase.
Should have named it Melt Banana. Wingles.
Wingle!
Look at all the Wingles.
These are all the Wingles that Mr. Briny left behind.
Dr. Robotnik.
Dr. Robot. Dr.
His dementia, and he just keeps leaving him here. So, in addition to the Pokemon that I just named that are catchable on this route, in this particular body of water, there are 6 different squares, like tiles.
They change every day.
They change every day. They are completely random, but in those 6 tiles, there is a 50% chance to catch a Feebas.
Which is
any one of the rods.
Which is one of the rarest Pokemon in the entire series to catch, based just on how you catch it here.
Mm-hmm. It's a pain in the ass to catch, and it's also a pain in the ass to evolve.
Yes, it is. In this game, and up until Generation 5, the only way to evolve a Feebas into Milotic, its evolution, is to max out its beauty condition stat, which is one of the 5 contest stats, which you didn't do. That's right, you didn't get to do that contest yet because we haven't got to that point in the game, where as opposed to Ruby Sapphire, where you could have had the chance to do one yet. But,
we'll do it later.
But yeah, so he'll show it off, but there's going to be a thing called contests. You get 5 stats that are affected, and your moves, just like having types, they also have a contest category. Well, beauty is one of them, and you have to max out Feebas's in order to evolve it and level it up. And that is a very hard thing to do in this game, especially because of the methods involved in it. So, like...
Hey, speaking of Feebas...
Yeah, there's a Feebas.
There's Feebas.
Basically, how it works is that in order to improve the stats of a Pokemon for the sake of contests, you need to make Pokeblocks using the berries that are all over the world in the game, which is why they are so prevalent, because it's kind of like a huge mechanic they were pushing. The Pokeblocks give you different stats, and they can give you like certain amount of the stats, so like some of them might be better than others. But the Pokemon also has a belly stat, so when it's full, it can't eat anymore, no matter how bad or good its stats are. So you have to make sure you make really good blocks that give really large boosts to Feebas's beauty stat in order to evolve it. Suffice to say, if you are playing a game that has a dead battery, you might as well just not even try, because in order to get all the berries you're going to need to make those Pokeblocks, you are probably going to need to plant the berries and harvest them. That's just not happening in a game with a dead internal battery. I know I've made quite a bit of a big deal about internal batteries being dead, but I mean, a lot of people are probably playing this on an old cartridge at this point in their lives, and just a thing to keep in mind.
Milotic was the only Gen 3 Pokemon I never got for my Pokedex.
Me too. I had 199 out of 200. There's 200 Pokemon in the Ruby and Sapphire regional decks, by the way. But yeah, I had 199 out of 200. The one missing, Milotic.
Yep. I caught a Phoebus.
Yeah, me too.
But it ended up with, I think it was like beauty and strength. And it was just like it was a not enough beauty. And I was like, damn it.
See, for me, I couldn't evolve my Feebas because my cartridge, the internal battery didn't die, but I did suffer from the berry glitch where the berries still won't grow even though the internal battery still is technically working. And I didn't know how to fix it, and it was before Fire and Leaf Green even came out anyway, so there wasn't even an existing fix. So I just ran out of luck, basically. I just couldn't do it.
Pokemon Rangers. You'll have a game in a couple years, or next year, actually, in the year 2005.
Yeah.
I'll fucking break that in half.
Pokemon Ranger is actually a good game. I want to get that game again.
No.
Same.
No.
Unfortunately, that's a game that's, like, impossible to LP because I can't even imagine doing, like, the touchscreen circles with, like, a fucking computer mouse.
Oh, God. I mean, you could...
Landon, download a DS emulator and use your fucking touchscreen laptop to play the game.
Oh, you have a touchscreen for your laptop?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think you could probably assign the touchscreen to a control stick if you were to use like a USB controller. You could like maybe make like one stick be your regular movement or something, or maybe you could just have like one exclusively using like the touch screen. It's just it would probably be something you could figure out. But
that sounds like work.
yeah, it's more convoluted than it's worth.
How about we never talk about Pokemon Ranger ever again?
What is your issue with Pokemon Ranger?
He couldn't get the Manaphy egg to Gen 4.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It stole my Manaphy egg, and now I don't want anything to do with the video game franchise ever again.
I'm sorry.
You can't go up that, you dumb slut.
It's very rude.
But am I wrong?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you're not wrong that I can't go up it.
And about the other part too.
Oh, sir, am I gonna have to call the authorities on you?
Hopefully. Speaking of calling the authorities,
I like the fact that Pokemon Ranger, the final part of the game, you had to catch all 3 legendary dogs. I just thought that was really cool.
I've blocked out all positive thoughts of the game.
Can we just say...
I remember I
go
couldn't...
ahead.
When I was a kid, I couldn't beat it myself, but I had a friend who was like amazing at it, so he did it for me. I couldn't catch the dogs. I got stuck there.
I managed to do it. In fact, I remember vividly my experience with Pokemon Ranger because I started it the night before. So I got a DS Lite for my birthday, very late, like 2 months late, and I had a single DS game that one of my friends had given me because I traded them a game for Pokemon Ranger. I don't remember which one it was. And I played Pokemon Ranger all night because it was the day before Pokemon Diamond and Pearl had come out. And I didn't want to sleep. I played the entire thing in one sitting, and I beat
heal
it by
spot.
the morning. But
I waited until my birthday for when Diamond and Pearl came out, because they came out like 3 days before my birthday. So I'm just like, well, that's a free game.
I just want to say though, the late Game Boy Advance and early DS era as a whole was just kind of a renaissance for Pokemon, because like you had not only good core series games, you had great side series games. You had Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, you had Pokemon Ranger, Pokemon XD had come out,
Pokemon Dash, the best
Pokemon
game.
Dash, folks.
I do not.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that one.
Can we talk? The only thing I remember about that game is that Nintendo Power ad with the fucking shoelaces through the guy's finger.
Oh God.
And future me, put that on screen.
No.
It's disgusting. Look at it.
Yeah. Ugh. Gross.
So putting that aside, anyway, the Team Aqua, they've taken over the Weather Institute. The Butt Pirates have taken over the Weather Institute.
Why would they do
They're
that?
here- Well, they're here because they want to like get some information on the quote-unquote Pokemon that controls the weather.
Which one?
One of them.
But
Did they
which
know there's
one?
more than one?
I do, because I looked it up on Google. Why don't they just use their PokéNav and look it up on Google?
I think I found it interesting that they go after this area, and they go after a Pokemon that is not quite related to the actual Pokemon that they're going after in the end, but it does have a connection. I thought that was a kind of a cool thing that they did. Which, speaking of evil teams, Jack, how do you feel about Team Aqua and Team Magma?
Team Aqua?
Team Magma?
I don't know.
They're,
I typically pronounce it Aqua, but for some reason I pronounce it Aqua when I'm talking about Team Magma, because it rolls off the tongue better.
I mean, they're kind of goofy and kind of stupid, but I like them. They're fun. Their goals and ambitions are kind of like, what the fuck are you thinking? But at the same time, I think they're like, I don't know. I like their designs. I like how they're like rivals with each other.
I like them schematically, but I think they have some of the weaker team bosses out of the series. Not to say they're bad, but I think that they're just not as good as some other team bosses are.
I think they're better in the remakes, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
Both the bosses as well as like their motives and shit like that.
And the admins that work with them, because they flesh it out more. But they also do that in every single in all three of the remakes so far. They flesh out the evil team.
Hey, Gen 4 remakes, when?
Never.
Oh. Cloud, can you promise us that you will do a Day 1 LP of the Gen 4 remakes if and when those come out?
If and when those come out, you got it.
Cool. Because it's inevitable, but at the same time, it's also been 6 years, or a little over 5 years, since Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out.
Yeah.
Ah ha ha ha!
Where?
To be fair, though, it did take.
It's her.
It was 5.5 years between Fire Red and Leaf Green and Heart Gold Soul Silver, so we're about on pace for.
It's Shelly.
Look at that hair.
I know, I love her hair. It's massive.
Shelly is completely redesigned in the remake. She looks nothing like she did in this game.
Yeah.
Instead of her being a light-skinned girl with very fluffy, poofy red hair, she is a dark-skinned girl with like these like really cool like light
It's
blue
like brown hair with like blue streaks.
Yeah, I was gonna say like she has like it's neat. I like it. They do keep the whole idea though that she wears like pants and then like a tube top that's only covering her chest and that's about it.
It's like, I like her design in the remakes, but also, like, I also like the red hair, too, so it's like, I don't know. I like both.
What are you, a ginger?
I am. How did you know?
Jack.
Hmm.
Tinfoil hat theory. The Shelly from the remakes and Nessa are related.
The hair is similar.
Proof
guess.
or it happened? I like how her overworld sprite
But now there's
is
you.
purple.
Yeah, like, what? It's like they didn't have a good red or something, which is clearly bullshit because...
Look at
Where's
those
Team Magma?
books that are up there. They have,
Yeah.
like, a red.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it.
Thanks, we're safe. Here's this weird...
Me and my
thing.
clone sons standing behind me. It's cast form. Cast form is a normal type that changes type and form depending on the weather. Also, thank Landon for this name.
Stormy.
I was like, "What? Give me a name for cast
female
form."
cast
And he's
form?
like, "Female cast form," and he's like, "Stormy Daniels," and I'm just like,
Oh,
Landon.
no.
And then I did it anyway.
Stormy.
Are we gonna pay her $130,000?
I'm pretty sure our name is Jack, not Trump.
Anyway, next time on Pokemon Emerald, we're gonna get to Fortree City.
Four
And-
trees.
Maybe fight the gym.
There's only 4 trees.
Only 4. Ever.